Originally known as Hispanic Heritage Week, House Joint Resolution 1299 was introduced by then U.S. Representative George E. Brown of California on June 11, 1968. The joint resolution, Public Law 90-498, authorized the President to issue annually a proclamation designating National Hispanic Heritage Week and calling upon the people of the United States to observe such week with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Brown and his co-sponsors had an enthusiastic advocate residing in the White House. 40 years earlier, Lyndon Johnson decided to take a one-year break from Southwest Texas State Teachers College, now Texas State University, to serve as principal and instructor for the 5th, 6th, and 7th grades at Wellhausen School, a Mexican-American school in Cotulla, Texas. Johnson, when signing the Higher Education Act of 1965, commented, "I shall never forget the faces of the boys and girls in that little Wellhausen Mexican school." On September 17, 1968, President Johnson issued Proclamation 3869, stating, "It is with special pride that I call the attention of my fellow citizens to the great contribution to our national heritage made by our people of Hispanic descent. The people of Hispanic descent are the heirs of a young spirit of adventure and a desire to settle freely in a free land. This heritage is ours." The original legislation establishing the week, and which continued with the month, commenced the celebration on September 15th to coincide with the Central American nations of Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica gaining their independence from Spain in 1821 and Mexican independence from Spain in 1810. 20 years later, in 1988, Representative Esteban Torres of California introduced House Bill 3182, which attempted to amend Public Law 90-498 by deleting week and inserting month. While Torres's bill failed to be considered in committee, Senator Paul Simon of Illinois introduced Senate Bill 2200, extending the week to a month. President Ronald Reagan signed the Simon Bill on August 17, 1988, approving the new duration of celebration. President George H.W. Bush first proclaimed National Hispanic Heritage Month by Presidential Proclamation 6021 on September 14, 1989, by stating, "Nurtured by their rich ethnic heritage and inspired by their faith in the principles upon which this country was founded, Hispanic Americans have continued to make their mark across the country and in virtually every aspect of American life. The rich ethnic heritage of Hispanic Americans gives us cause to celebrate because it is a proud and colorful portion of our nation's heritage." Currently, approximately 11.3% of all military personnel are Hispanic Americans, a number that continues to grow with each new generation. The George S. Robb Centre for the Study of the Great War at Park University is honored to commemorate this month of recognition. The center is the home of the Valor Medals Review Project, a systematic review in which minority service members who received certain Valor Medals are investigated to determine if they were unjustly denied the Medal of Honor. One of the 5 minority groups included under this project are Hispanic Americans, of which there are 6 currently eligible for review. Representing the United States Army, Navy, and Marine Corps, these 6 come from Mexico, Puerto Rico, and every corner of the United States. From the famous, like Private Marcelino Serna and Commander Frederick Luis Reifkohl, to those forgotten in time, like Private Concepcion Ortiz and Corporal Augustine Martinez. The George S. Robb Center is extremely proud to tell the stories of such a diverse group of veterans. Though there have been only 60 Hispanic American Medal of Honor recipients to date, and only one in World War I with David Cantu Barclay, we are honored to have been given the opportunity to recognize those who have not been properly acknowledged for their service over 100 years post-action. The George S. Robb Center for the Study of the Great War at Park University wishes all a safe and healthy National Hispanic Heritage Month.